Hey guys, JPMX21 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon news and information update video for you guys. And we just got a trailer with a bunch of information, and if this information was not leaked, I would have said this was the biggest trailer we've ever seen. But since we got, Pokemon is still able to surprise us, but I've already seen the trailer. Unfortunately, I will not be able to bring you guys a live reaction because I watched the trailer and I got spoiled on Cerebi because I went to Cerebi and then the new trailer popped up. I actually forgot there was a new trailer today, but then I went to Cerebi, I got spoiled, and then might as well just watch the trailer already. So, first of all, we're going to take a look at the trailer. You guys are going to take a look at the trailer. Then we are going to discuss about it. So take a look at the trailer, then we're going to talk about it. Okay, now that we watched the trailer, it's time to jump right into this. And first of all, we're gonna start off with the starter's final evolutions. We're gonna start off with the Decidueye, which is the Aeroquill Pokemon. It's a grass ghost type, which I still can't believe this thing is a ghost type. It does not look like a ghost type. But the ability is Overgrowth, of course. It's the Aeroquill. This thing is a grass type. This thing is green. I'm naming this thing Oliver Queen. You already know. This is the Green Arrow. This thing, you know, in Arrow being one of my favorite series. I love this thing. This thing is really cool. It's not my favorite. Still have one favorite. But yeah, I think it's really cool. This Pokemon is able to use moves while completely masking its presence from others. Once an opponent has lost sight of it, the Decidueye seizes the chance to attack it unawares. In a tenth of a second, the Decidueye plucks an Aeroquill from within its wings and sends it hurtling towards its target. Its speed is astonishing, but not more so than its precise aim, which enables the Aeroquills to pierce a target through and through from half a mile or more away. The Decidueye usually acts very cool, but it can become terribly frustrated in unexpected situations like a surprise attack. A skilled Decidueye can boast acrobatics, served shots. It seems some are also able to shoot arrows that reach up through the sky, only to come drilling down from above, piercing multiple targets one after another. So this thing looks absolutely incredible. This thing is going to be very, very fast. And then we have a new signature move, which all of them have a signature move. It's now a thing that they're going for. I don't know, 3rd gen got a signature moves because Blaziken had Blaze Kick, even though they're not exclusive to them, but Blaziken had Blaze Kick, Swampert had Muddy Water, Sceptile had Leaf Blade. Then on 4th gen I don't think we had, neither in 5th. But then on 6th we had Water Shuriken for Ninja, Mystical Fire for Delphox, and what's it called? What is it called? Spiky Shield. Spiky Shield. Chestnut had Spiky Shield. And this, now we have Spirit Shackle, is a ghost type physical move that only the Decidueye can learn. And an opponent hit with this move will become unable to flee from battle or switch out from an ally. So this is basically a Sand Tomb, I guess you can say. It's probably going to be a stronger version of Sand Tomb. Stronger, I don't feel it's going to be that stronger because all these moves with secondary effects, they don't usually get much stronger. So I don't know. It's at least make it base 70, 75. At least that. So yeah, that's my thing. Make it at least 70, 75. But yeah, I think the Decidueye looks absolutely incredible. It's not my favorite out of the 3 starters, but it's definitely my second favorite. But yeah. Now we're gonna move on to. It's my least favorite, but I'm not saying that I don't like him. It actually growed on me a lot. We have Incineroar, which I love this category, this Pokemon's category. Me being a wrestling fan, Incineroar is the heal Pokemon, which being the heal makes him be the evil, which is now because he's a fire dark type. And I am happy that this thing is not a fire fighting, but still, okay. I'm just saying that it's still, it's still very, 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 very. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. Some people like it, sure. It's just not for me. Even though I'm a huge wrestling fan, but this thing does not look like a thing that I like. But As its fighting spirit increases, the flames that Incineroar produces within its body burst from its navels and waistline. Since the flames somewhat resemble a championship belt, they're known as its flame belt. And the Pokemon unleashes moves that use flames from it. In the heat of battle, Incineroar shows no concern for its opponents, and sometimes even launches attacks that strike the opposing trainer. Okay, so that is a heal move. As a result, many tend to dislike this Pokemon and keep it at a distance. No wonder. Maybe people looked at it, oh, is that a fire fighting? I'ma get out of here. No, I'm sorry, but still, it looks cool. It looks cool. It's definitely not the best of the evolutionary line, of course. But still, it does look cool. If a crowd watching it battle is pumped up, Incineroar's fighting spirit will burn brighter. But a lackluster crowd can make it lose focus or fight shootily. When it receives the admiration of young Pokemon and children, it may keep up its cold attitude on the outside, but its heal thing. But it's the heal thing. It may keep its cold attitude on the outside, but in its heart of hearts, Incineroar is immensely happy. It loses the desire to fight when faced with a Pokemon that's clearly weak or injured, and it sometimes gets taken advantage of it as a result. Heal moves. Yeah, this Pokemon, if it was not called the Heal Pokemon, I don't know what it would have been called, because this thing has the attributes of a Heal Wrestler. I like it. That is a very good personality that I like. I like his design. He's okay, but still, he's very cool. So he also has a signature move. He has Darkest Lariat. Darkest Lariat is a dark type physical move that only Incineroar can learn. It allows Incineroar to deal damage while ignoring the effect of any stat changes that the target might otherwise be affected by. Okay, so if the Pokemon has +2 defense, he's still gonna do. It's basically a move that makes you like unaware. You're like unaware of that. Yeah, I guess if it makes sense. Now, moving on, we're gonna move on. Yeah, it's cool, and now we're gonna move on to my favorite, because I don't know, but this thing looks absolutely incredible. We have Primarina, which is the Soloist Pokemon, which is a water fairy type and has the ability Torrent. Enough said. This thing reminds me a lot of Milotic, and I love Milotic. It doesn't remind me of Milotic because it's similar. No, it's not. But it reminds me of Milotic because of its beauty, of it's so beautiful and all of that stuff. It's supposed to be based on a siren, and it looks so beautiful and all that stuff. It reminds me a lot of Milotic. That I love Milotic. This thing is amazing. I love it. Even though it has a feminine look, Milotic has a feminine look. I love Milotic. I mean, still, as it dances, Primarina releases balloons of water into the area around it, moving them using the sound waves from its voice. Watch this thing get Pixelate as its hidden ability and get Hyper Voice. This thing's definitely gonna get Hyper Voice. It's a siren. It's a singer. It's definitely gonna get Hyper Voice. Watch it get Pixelate as a hidden ability. Oh god. The sight of moonlight reflecting off its glittering balloons create a magical scene. Moonlight, Moonblast confirmed. Since Primarina controls its balloons using its voice, any injury to its throat can become a grave problem. Its greatest enemies are arid environments and the overused of its voice during back-to-back battles. So it is probably gonna get a lot of based moves. Is there any ability that boosts sound based moves? Because if it, I mean, no, I don't think there is an ability that boosts the sound moves. I know there's soundproof, but that blocks the sound moves. That's not what I want. Because if any ability existed like that, it would have been really good for this because it boosted hyper voice. It boosted, I don't know, bug buzz, but this thing's not gonna get bug buzz. But yeah, among the balloons that Primarina releases, some explode when touched, while others do not. Primarina jumps on the non-exploding balloons while they make sport of their opponents, and they use the exploding variety to trigger chained explosions. Primarina's songs have many variations, and each other changes the emotions of the balloons. It has been observed that songs are shared among Primarina living together, so different colonies end up knowing different songs. Sparkling Area is a water-type special move that only Primarina can learn, and it heals the burn from any targeted strikes. Now, this move could be good, could end up being very, very good, but at the same time, could end up being very, very bad. I mean, the Pokemon is burned. That is a plus side. So, if it's a plus side on that, why would it? It's a plus side on myself because the opponent's burned. The tax is half. But I don't know how it's gonna work. It's gonna cure the burn, but can it do double the damage if the Pokemon is burned? It would be really nice if it would. Now, yeah. Last thoughts for the final starters evolutions. I think they are absolutely incredible. I think each of them has a unique personality. I love that it's Grass Ghost, Decidueye. Incineroar, I love the heel wrestler backstory, and Primarina, I love it. I love everything. It's so cool. It's gonna be such a good Pokemon. I can see this thing being the best of the starters. Which probably Incineroar is gonna be the worst. I don't know. Fire Dark is very good offensive, but it's not very good defensively. It's not gonna be as. It's probably gonna have. This thing's probably gonna be like base 90 defense. Watch it. Watch it be like 80 to 90. Watch it. Incineroar. But still, now we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna read all of the description of every single Tapu, but we're gonna show up. We have the 3 Tapus. We have first of all we have Tapu Koko, and now we have the 3 Tapus. The other 3 Tapus that were revealed. First, we have Tapu Lele, which is the Land Spirit Pokemon. It's a Psychic Fairy type and has the ability Psychic Surge. Now, Tapu Lele is the guardian of the Akala Island, if I am not mistaken. Yes, I think it is the guardian of the Akala Island. And again, all of these Pokemon have Nature's Madness, which halves the opponent's HP. It's like Super Fang. But Tapu Lele's ability is Psychic Surge, an ability that no Pokemon has previously had. With Psychic Surge, the field will be turned into Psychic Terrain. Then Tapu Lele appears in battle, boosting the power of any Psychic type moves used by Pokemon on the ground, and preventing them from being hit by priority moves. Now that is Sucker Punch. I think they showed it in the trailer. Which Pokemon was it that used Sucker Punch on it? I'm actually gonna open up the trailer right now. Which Pokemon was it that used Sucker Punch? Oh God. Let's see. Which Pokemon was that? Oh, it was Raticate. Alolan Raticate that used Sucker Punch, and it said that the wild Tapu Lele surrounded itself with Psychic Terrain. so no effects for the priority moves. I thought it was dark type moves at first, but then it would be kind of broken. So it makes sense. It makes sense that it's gonna be for priority moves, and I like that. Moving on, we have Tapu Bulu, which is again the Land Spirit Pokemon. All of them are the Land Spirit Pokemon. Is a Grass Fairy type. I actually predict this thing to be fire, but it's grass. So still, it has the ability Grassy Surge, and he is the guardian of Ulu Ulu Island. If I'm not 100% sure. Let me certify that. Let me be 100% sure. Is Tapu Bulu the guardian of? It's Ula Ula. It's Ula Ula Island. So we have all of the islands confirmed. All of the names of the islands confirmed. We have Mele Mele, Akala, Ula Ula, and Pony, which we'll get to Pony in a bit. But Tapu Bulu has, we're just going to talk about their abilities. Tapu Bulu's abilities, Grassy Surge, an ability that no Pokemon has previously had. With Grassy Surge, the field will be turned into grassy terrain when Tapu Bulu appears in battle, boosting the power of any grass-type moves used by Pokemon on the ground, and restoring a bit of HP to them each turn. That is a thing. It also halves the damage taken from the moves Earthquake, Magnitude, and Bulldoze. Okay, so ground shaking moves are halved. That's a good thing. I mean, Grassy Terrain is a thing that we knew. I was just more interested on the Psychic Terrain because that's a new move. But yeah, there's a new move confirmed, Psychic Terrain. And now we have here Grassy Terrain, move that we all knew. And now we're going to move on to the Guardian of Pony Island, which is Tapu Fini, which is the Land Spirit Pokemon. It's a Water Fairy type, another Water Fairy, and has the ability Misty Terrain. Now, Tapu Fini's abilities, sorry, it's not Misty Terrain, it's Misty Surge. Tapu Fini's ability is Misty Surge, an ability that no Pokemon has previously had before. With Misty Surge, the field will be turned into Misty Terrain when Tapu Fini appears in battle, halving the damage taken by Pokemon on the ground from dragon type moves, and preventing them from being afflicted with any status, condition, or confusion. Okay, I like that. I like that. So that is pretty cool. I think all of them having a ability that fits them. I knew they had to create at least one. I knew they had to create at least one new terrain, and they created the Psychic Terrain. That was the thing that I was expecting that they created. We have Electric Terrain. Now we have 4 terrains. We have Misty Terrain, Grassy Terrain, Electric Terrain, and Psychic Terrain. But the thing that was shown is that all the Tapus share a similar Z move, which is the Guardian of Alola Z move. The as guardian deities of Alola, the Tapu can use the special Z move Guardian of Alola. When using this Z move, the Tapu closes their shell, and a huge avatar appears from the ground to attack the opposing Pokemon, dealing damage equal to 75% of the target's remaining HP. Are you kidding? This thing is broken. And if you go for the Z move right off the bat on a bulky Pokemon, and you know that you can take 25% of the HP on the second turn, this thing will be broken. This thing will be broken. This thing will be very, very broken. Especially on the Tapus, because they're probably going to be base 600. Tapus, because they're considered as legendary Pokemon, guardian deities, they're going to be base 600, most likely. So, yeah. Now we're going to move on. We have new Pokemon again. we're back to the new Pokemon. We have Cosmog, which is the Nebula Pokemon. It's a Psychic type. It has the ability Unaware. This extremely rare Pokemon is known to only a select few in Alola. At one time, it was known only by the kings of Alola and their heirs, and it was called the Child of the Stars. The Aether Foundation is researching this unusual Pokemon, and one of the professors at the Foundation recently dubbed it as Cosmog. Cosmog is very curious and shows no fear of people or Pokemon. If you treat it with any consideration at all, it will take an immediate liking to you. This personality traits often leading into danger. Its gaseous body is so lightweight that it sends flying when the wind blows. When lights fall on this Pokemon, Cosmog absorbs it and grows. No spoilers, but I wonder what it could evolve into. Grow into. But I don't want to talk about this right here because it's gonna bring spoilers to people that didn't watch the Alola Pokedex. But still, I think this Pokemon looks very cool. And I think this is the Pokemon that it's inside Lily's bag. It's Cosmog. But it absorbs light probably on the night, and there's gonna be a version exclusive. Spoilers, I'm sorry. Still, I think it looks pretty cute and pretty adorable and pretty mascot Pokemon. Can we have this thing on the cover instead of Lunala? Spoilers! Spoilers. I'm just kidding. Then we're gonna move on to Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian was recently revealed, but now it appears here it was now revealed on the trailer as the classy cat Pokemon. Is a pure Dark type and has the abilities Fur Coat and Technician. Not gonna really talk about this Pokemon. I just think I just like a regular Persian better because look at his face. Like his whole body has a regular cat, but then his head is big as hell. Like Game Freak went to Photoshop and like made him like big as hell. But still, I think it does look okay. It's not my favorite Alolan form. Oh, hell no, it's not. But still. Now, we're going to move on to the last thing that was revealed today, which is the Battle Tree, where strong opponents await. Somewhere in the Alola region, you'll find the Battle Tree, a place where those trainers who have completed their island challenge or who are strong enough to have done so battle one another. All of the trainers you can encounter at the Battle Tree are strong. It seems you might even encounter 2 battle prodigies from the Kanto region. Look at how red and blue look. They are 30. That thing, I mean, red looks like he's 30. I'm not joking. Blue looks like he's like 20, 25-ish, but red looks like he's 30. Look at red. He looks like he's 30. I'm not even joking. This man looks like he's 30. I mean, it technically is because, you know, red 20 years ago, it's the 20th anniversary. He should be 30 because he left when he was 10. But look at this man. He is a grown-ass man. Puberty has hit him. Jesus. But then you have scout partners to battle alongside you. At the Battle Tree, you can scout an opponent you've won against so they can partner with you in future battles. You may even be able to scout some familiar faces like Cynthia and Wally. Cynthia in 3D. That is amazing. That is amazing. I love Cynthia. Now the 3D just makes it better. Just makes it a bit better. Always better. Now, last thing that we need to talk is the Pokémon League. In the regions that have served as the settings for your adventure in Pokemon series so far, the ultimate stage for battle has always been a place called the Pokemon. The Pokemon League is where the Elite Four Pokemon trainers with powerful Pokemon partners, and the champion, who reigns at the top of all trainers, awaits challengers. A challenger who defeats the Elite Four and the champion will be hailed as the new champion of the Pokemon League. In the Alolan region, the setting of Pokemon Sun and Moon, there is no Pokemon League yet, but it seems that there are plans to construct one on the peak of a certain mountain. After the growth you achieve through completing the Island Challenge, will the day come when you also take on the Pokemon League to become the strongest Pokemon trainer. Now, it pretty much confirms that your goal is not making to the Pokemon League. Your goal in the end is not making it to the Pokemon League. Your goal is to beat the Island Challenges. But also, the goal, and you go to the Pokemon League when you're ready, but storyline wise, it's just gonna be ready when you face all the trials and all the story is done. Then you go to the Pokemon League. There are some theories that the Pokemon League, the Elite Four, is gonna be one of the four Kahunas for each island, but I don't know. That'll be an interesting concept, facing them again with stronger Pokemon. I mean, very interesting. But then, what do you have? Who could be the champion? Characters that we know right now could be the champion: Professor Kukui, Lucimin, Lily, Gladion, Guzma. I don't know. But still, that is going to be it for our Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel as well, because I really appreciate if you guys do that. And I will see you all in the next time.